Money.
Which money? Which kind of money?
Now the money of business. Now the money of that business. And I'm rub and how they talk.
Now see the money.
No, na the if you don't steal am, he go buy am. So he no go gree pay. Na he cause am.
Wetin be the business wey una do last?
And the business we do, we rob. Na the business we do last. The money na 200. He pay 50 because he dey follow us dey go that aboki. So he come divide am into two. He come give us some. He come take some. And so we no gree pay. Na him make we come drop am.
Other suspects paraded include Sunday Akinfire Soye, who was allegedly caught in possession of 69 bags of weeds, suspected who allegedly confessed to be members of Vikings, popularly known as Arobo Confront.
Ọ̀bọ tó ní ilé tí mo dé sílá làwọn náà nígbó wọ́n dẹ̀ wá bọ́ sílé lóru wọ́n dẹ̀ bá igbó ní ọba igbó ńlẹ̀ wọ́n á ní ta ló nígbó wọ́n á ní pé kọ́ mo nígbó wọ́n ní bọ́n ti lè rí ẹnìyẹn mú wọ́n á ní kán lọ wájú ọmọ ibi tó wà mú nígbó.
Addressing journalists on the suspects parade at the command headquarters in Akure, Commissioner of Police Abiodun Ashabi reiterated the command's commitment to ridding the state of criminal elements, adding that
the police, through a tip-off, got an information about one Adebisi Olorunleke, male, aka Pure Water, of Odigbo, Ore, of having a warehouse that houses dangerous weapons and Indian hemp. But I want to still assure the people that we will continue to do our best to ensure that we rid the state of all forms of criminality. You can rest assured that we will not sleep.
the police commissioner assured residents of Ondo State of optimal security during the Unity.
Members of Foundation for Wives of Ondo State officials for WUSU have called for the support of media stations in Ondo State towards the success of the forthcoming summit of the association. The team led by the Planning Committee Chairman Oluwatoyin Adegbero said the essence of the 2023 for WUSU Summit is to further open the eyes of women to their importance in society. Government House correspondent Omoniola Ongeji reports that the visit took the women to Nigerian Television Authority NTA and Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation headquarters, both in Akure, the state capital.
It is another time of the year that Foundation for Wives of Ondo State officials for WUSU bring together women of different categories from across the 18 local government areas of Ondo State under one umbrella to learn and be empowered about life-changing programs. This is the fifth in the series of the summit, which has empowered more than 5,000 women in various skills. Chairman 2023 Planning Committee Oluwatoyin Adegbero was in NTA Akure and Osrc headquarters, also of December 2023.
Over the years, FOWOSO has had a wonderful relationship with your media group.
According to her, various programs have been lined up for the two-day event to include panel discussion on OSRC, women involvement in politics, among others.
Osrc Alalaye and Orange FM has a wide coverage. You have quite a number of Ondo indigenes and even outside Ondo states who listen to this media outfit. And we know that we cannot exhaust our goodwill with you. We are sure that this time around too, just as you have always done, we shall enjoy the wonderful goodwill you have always given to us.
Chairman, OSRC Media Group, Bayo recognized unrelenting efforts of the wife of the governor and initiator of FOWOSO, Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, for the focus and dedication in the dream for change. He said, OSRC TV, Orange 94.5 FM, and Sunshine 96.5 FM, Alalaye, have not relented in promoting the activities of the governor's wife, seeing the evidences of her interventions in all her pet projects like FOWOSO, Be More, Brekan, Osaji BV, among others, and promised continued support towards her programs.
We will do what we have always done. We will provide all that we have that And this is basically for two reasons. The reason most important is that this is a noble cause. We must support all noble causes. Number two, we must stand by a visionary who is the narrative of our society. And we must show that as an institution, we have the capacity to rise above mercantile politics.
General Manager NTA Akure, who also received the train of the Fowoso team, lauded the loaded activities prepared for the summit and encouraged them to further engage the downtrodden in the activities. She promised the support of her station towards the success of the program.
If there's a way before this program, I think we'll still have 1 month or more for this program. Let there be publicity, awareness among women, especially we together can impact their lives. Women are managers of homes.
Fowoso Initiative is a non-governmental organization established by the wife of Ondo State Governor, Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, to reach out to women in Ondo State in form of socio-economic empowerment.
As warned that any staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC plotting to rig the You're still watching Osrc News at 7 after the break. Thank you for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our Our High School Art Student Association has rolled out week-long activities to mark the 60th anniversary of the school. Addressing journalists at Owo to kickstart the activities, the national president of the association, Dr. Folusho Falaye, said various developmental projects have been completed for inauguration during the anniversary. Omoriola Ongeji has details.
Owo High School was founded by former governor of Ondo State, Chief Adekunle Ajashin, and officially took off on January 18, 1963, with 24 students, 19 males and 5 females. The school has now produced over 10,000 students, while it currently has about 2,000 students population. National President, All Students Association of the school, Dr. Folusho Falaye, who described the celebration as a unique one, said the association decided to give back to the community that made them by investing into the emerging generations.
2,000 future leaders that if we impact them appropriately, they will become good leaders tomorrow. But if you don't pay attention to them, they will become bad products and bad leaders. So the onus is on us to pay attention to these children. This school is here to nurture children for the future.
According to him, indigent students who are doing well academically are being awarded annually, while outstanding students also receive recognition, while the state government in promoting educational standard in the state Dr. Falaye promised that the association would partner with the state government to increase manpower capacity in the school.
Funding school system has become overwhelming for government. So what we want students and communities to engage government and assist the government, either by taking over some of these schools and instill proper.
Aye Ojomo, represented by his vice, Mrs. Temilade Aladeojo, who reeled out the one-week activities, said the main event would be presided over by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu on Saturday, November the 12th.
The rally will move to the Otowo of Owo and the Ojomo Rural Parliament and back to the school. November 10 is a career day, also a mentoring session, a quiz competition between the selected secondary school in Owo.
Projects completed for inauguration during the celebrations include renovated blocks of classrooms, administrative block, fully equipped laboratories, and sports facilities. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has launched an agriculture extension policy to improve dissemination of innovations and technology to farmers to achieve food security. The president, while launching the policy at the opening Agriculture Extension Week, said the manual would benefit extension administrators, subject matter specialists, extension agents, as well as farmers along the agricultural value chains. The president, who was represented by the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, said the extension policy would provide a pragmatic, effective, and efficient demand-driven, pluralistic, ICT-enabled, and market-oriented extension service to all stakeholders, including youth, women, and people with special needs, to optimally use resources to promote sustainable agriculture and socio-economic development of the country. Southwest Socio-Political Group Yoruba Ronu Leadership Forum has commended the decision of France to refund the $150 million loot of late military head of state. Institutions across the globe. President of the group, Aki Alaolu, enjoined Tinubu to put such repatriated money into judicious use. He said Tinubu's government could not at this time be unconcerned with the rising food crisis and lack of employment opportunities in the country. Canada says it is probing an explosion that erupted at its High Commission in Abuja on Monday. The North American nation has also joined the United States and the United Kingdom in issuing Tinubu has sympathized with the Canadian government and the victims of the fire incident. The president, in a statement, assured the Canadian authorities of the full support of the Nigerian government. Vice Chairman of the Senate Committee on Environment, Ned Walker, says the destruction of vessels apprehended for carrying illegal goods and stolen crude oil and Chiefs of Operation Safe Haven, in charge of maintaining peace in Plateau State, have again arrested 19 suspected kidnappers in the state. This is coming barely to No fewer than 4 residents of Nazareth State have lost their lives in a boat accident that occurred in the Awe local government area of the state. The boat, which An Irish chef based in Japan, Alan Fisher, has broken 2 Guinness World Records for the longest cooking marathon by an individual. This was stated by Guinness World Records. On the foreign scene, at least 14 people have died due to flooding triggered by heavy rains in Somalia, and thousands remain trapped. The flooding began last month due to the rising water levels in the Juba and Shabelle rivers, which caused them to overflow. More than 47,000 people have fled their homes, while in Luke districts, 2,400 people are stuck in their own homes surrounded by water. Adirunke Kolawole has details.
Flood caused by heavy rains in Somalia have displaced more than 113,000 people and temporarily affected hundreds of thousands. That's according to the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. At least 10 people have died in the aftermath of the floods, and the government has declared a state of emergency. Fatima Abdul Kadir is staying at an internally displaced persons camp.
It is raining on us for the 5th day. Lying in the rain killed 2 elderly women. Our shelters were washed away. Children are missing now. We do not know whether they are dead or alive. We request the aid agencies to urgently help us. This rain is a disaster. We are in water. We have taken shelter with our neighbors, and we have nothing to give to the children. We have no shelter. We have no strength. We wait for help from God. And please pass our request to the aid agencies so they can help us urgently.
The rain comes a year after Somalia suffered its worst drought in 4 decades. Christopher Order is a climate security and environmental advisor at the UN Environment, Somalia.
There is quite a big irony around people fleeing for the fact that they don't have water, and now fleeing because they have too much water. And so it's a real dichotomy or problem that we're seeing. And the IPCC report quite clearly says that this cycle of flooding and drought is going to continue. And we're going to see this more and more unless we really do something on a global scale to try to reduce these and try to stay on this Paris 1.5 alignment.
The UN says the drought combined with violence and a rise in food prices caused by the war in Ukraine has killed as many as 43,000 people. The current October to December rainfall season has been intense downpours across a large swath of the country driven by El Nino. Adirunke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Still on the foreign scene, a month has passed since Abihai Brodach spoke with his wife, Aga, who along with her children were adopted by Hamas militants. Brodach describes 31 days of agony, not knowing how his family is being treated and feeling powerless to help. In response, Israel has launched an air, land and sea offensive which has so far killed more than 10,000 Palestinians. Akatunde Akishimala has more.
It's been over 31 days of waking nightmare for Avia Brodach. 31 days since he last spoke to his wife or saw his 3 children, aged 10, 8, and 4 years old. 31 days since the October 7 attack by Hamas on Israel, which kidnapped and took his family hostage.
Lose it, I don't know, in what situation they are in, health-wise, or if they're being fed, taken care of. So I can only hope that everything's all right.
Broduk's family was taken from one of the hardest hit communities, Kifar Aza. They were hiding in a safe room with a neighbor's daughter whose parents were killed. He had gone outside to see if he could help stop the gunmen, but they got separated. At first, he thought everyone but the dog was killed before he received confirmation they were taken. He started camping with his dog outside the Israeli Defense Ministry with a sign to remind the military, "My family is in Gaza." Others have joined him in what's become a daily occurrence.
All day, this is what I'm doing. I talk to people and I tell them my story and my beliefs, and I just keep on going, and nighttime comes and I just fall asleep, maybe I don't fall apart, but I just fall asleep, from all this. I get so tired. So I just wanted them to see, the decision makers, to know that I'm there and my family is held hostage. So whenever they make their big decisions, they think about me, and I think they are thinking about me right now. They can't ignore me.
After a month, Broduk is tired of protesting, but he says views of the world are changing. Akintunde Akinshemola for Osrc News.
And with that, we conclude the news tonight. But before we go, a quick look at the top stories. We told you that at Ondo State High Court, sitting in Akure, has struck out the State Deputy Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was sued seeking to restrain the Chief Judge from setting up investigative panel as ordered by the House of Assembly. Government-owned electronic media organizations in the state, Osrc Media Group, and MTA Akure have pledged their support for the 2023 Forward Summit in December. Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress have declared a nationwide strike from next Tuesday. This follows the brutalization of the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero, in Owerri, the Imo State capital, allegedly by the police. And from the foreign scene, we informed you that 1 month after Hamas' attack, Israeli citizens continue to lament the fate of their family members in captivity. That's the news tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Good evening.